Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making red velvet cinnamon rolls. In the last video we did Oreo cinnamon rolls, so buckle up. It's going to be a lot of fun. Get all your ingredients together and let's get into it. So for this particular recipe, we're using bread flour. As you guys know, I always take all of my ingredients out either the night before I wake up early or take them out in the morning. Whatever needs to be room temp is already poured and sitting so it can get to room temp. And so yeah, let's go. It makes baking so much easier. So just like with our Oreo cinnamon rolls, we're gonna make our Tangzhong, which is the water, and then the bread flour. So we're gonna put this on the stove, put this on the stove and whisk it until it becomes a paste-like slurry and then set it aside. So now that the Tangzhong is done, I'm gonna give you a close-up shot of what it looks like, but you see it's very paste-like. So let me show you guys closer so you can see. That's what it should look like. This is the paste-like slurry for the Tangzhong that we just completed. Wanted to give you a close-up. So for this, we're gonna put our whole milk, our heavy whipping cream, and our vinegar. And we're gonna mix that together and set this aside. So now we're gonna do our dough mixture. I told you guys in the last video that I like to use a spoon when I'm scooping my flour out into the cup to make sure that we get the exact amount of flour, because that's important. You don't wanna have too much flour because it will just mess up the entire recipe. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and then we'll proceed on. So this is what it looks like. You just scoop your spoon out, scoop your spoon of flour and put it in here. And I like to shake it a little bit to level it to make sure I'm getting the exact amount. And then that's it. You just pour it inside of your mixing bowl. Okay, next up, we're gonna add in our instant yeast, our sugar, and then our cocoa powder. And remember, all of the ingredients, the exact measurements will be in the description below. So go there, print it out, and follow along. It's super easy. So we just mix this together, and then we're gonna set it aside. Make sure everything is mixed in really well. Get to the bottom because sometimes flour will stay down there. So make sure everything is equally combined. So now I forgot the salt, so we're gonna plop that in, mix that up, and then the next step we'll be adding in our wet ingredients, which is the milk and cream mixture that we made, the egg, the Tangzhong, our vanilla, and the red food coloring, the gel red food coloring. So once this is all mixed, I'm gonna put that on, attach my dough attachment to my mixer, and then get started with the dough. So we're gonna put in our vanilla, our 1 egg, our milk cream mixture. I like to scrape it out. And then the Tangzhong that we made at the beginning of this video, as well as the red food coloring. And it depends on how red you want your, things always happen in the kitchen. It depends on how red you want your red velvet cinnamon rolls. I just eyeball this, and then once it's mixed together, I see what it looks like. But the gel food coloring is a lot stronger, a lot of a stronger concentrate than the drops or the liquid form. So you really don't need that much. Attach this. And then we're gonna get to kneading. So this is gonna knead for 2 minutes. So I always start and start my timer at the same time. 2 minutes. Once we have a shaggy dough, we're gonna add in our butter, half a tablespoon at a time, y'all. Half a tablespoon at a time, and make sure that it's completely mixed in. So simple as that. Put it in here, let it mix. And you should see as you add the butter in that the dough starts to form. It's starting to form even more, actually, I should say. It's coming together. And this is what your dough should look like once the butter has been fully incorporated. So once the butter is fully incorporated, the next thing to do is knead it in your stand mixer for 8 to 10 minutes. I usually set my timer for 8 minutes and then check it at 8 and see if it needs to go a little more. If not, then I take it out. If so, then I let it run for the next 2 minutes. But I have 4 minutes left, so we'll check it in 4 and then move on to the next step. So this is how your dough should look once you've been kneading, after you've kneaded it for 8 to 10 minutes. Just gonna take this off. It should be soft and supple, and you're just going to fold the seam sides in, create a seam at the bottom, and then we're going to put this to sit back in the bowl for 30 minutes. Look at that beauty. So nice. Just drop her in, cover it with saran wrap. So I always clean as I go. While the dough is resting, we're going to do our filling. So let's get into it. Okay, for the filling, we're gonna do our unsalted butter, sugar, light or dark, it's up to you, cinnamon, our cocoa powder, and our vanilla bean paste. This is a bourbon vanilla bean paste. You can use regular, you can use bourbon, you can use whatever your heart desires. But this is the one that I use, and I get this one from Trader Joe's. And then mix that all up together. This is before, I'll show you the after. So this is how it should look as it starts to come together. I'm still gonna mix it a little bit more because you can still see the butter, and you want everything to be mixed in completely all together. So now we're gonna line our baking dish with parchment paper to prepare for our cinnamon rolls. So I showed you guys in my last video that I like using the Baker's Joy. If not the Baker's Joy, then you can just take your hand and slather butter all over this. So I just spray a little bit, not a lot. And then for the parchment paper, ooh, this is almost done. Let's see. There we go. And I put it this way in the dish so that the flaps folds over. And that's it, and then we just set this aside. So we're just prepping our space for when we're ready to knead our dough. I have my rolling pin and I have this baking mat. I'll link it in my Amazon storefront so you guys can get it if you want to use it. But it just makes putting the flour on the surface super easy to clean up, and I love it. So now we're just gonna lightly flour our surface so it's ready once we're ready to roll our dough out. Lightly flour the surface, not a lot. Now that our dough has rested for the 30 minutes, whether you do 30 minutes, an hour, your preference, we're just gonna throw her out and roll her out. Let's get to rolling. Now, This is my least favorite part. I mean, it is satisfying once it's complete, but getting it to where you want it to go, that part's a little bit, just a little bit annoying. And maybe that's because I haven't perfected it yet. Nothing's ever perfect in the kitchen. So as I continue to do this and as you continue to do this, it will get better. So we'll see how they turn out today. But I do have a little trick that I learned that I'll show you guys. I showed you guys in the last video as well. So you'll see it for whenever I'm making my cinnamon rolls, but I'll show y'all when I'm done. Gotta put some work in. This is how the dough looks once it's all rolled out. Super beautiful and ready for the filling. So let's do it. And now we fill with our filling, and it should slide on easily, like so. And you don't want to go all the way to the edges, but you just want to make sure that it's covered maybe like a 1/4 of an inch away. Sometimes I do it a little closer because I just feel like it, but for perfectly aesthetic cinnamon rolls, it doesn't have to be that close. And this is what it looks like once it's filled with our filling. So now let's get to rolling and cutting. So I do use a pizza cutter, and I just cut off the edges before I start making my rolls, just so that they come out cleaner. But I always save it because my mom likes me not to be wasteful, and I'll bake them in a dish for her. So I just cut them, put them to the side. And like I said, I am not perfect at this, especially this part, but I'm gonna try to make them as even as possible. And the pizza cutter just makes it 10 times easier to cut. Ooh, let's make sure you stay over there. All done. So now let's roll. And you always roll it away from you. Like that. Let's make our frosting. So we're gonna throw in our butter and our cream cheese and let those whip together. Oh, can I help you? Up. Mixing. Then we added in the powdered sugar. So this is all mixing up. It is your cream cheese, your butter, powdered sugar, heavy whipping cream, and your vanilla bean paste. I'm using a bourbon vanilla bean paste, but like I said, you can use any vanilla bean paste that you have. And then once this is all done, you just want to get it to like a nice, fluffy, light, and airy texture and consistency. So I'm going to show you guys what this looks like now. And this is what we have. Very light, fluffy, and tasty. This is what the rolls look like after doubling in size for 2 hours. So let's go ahead and put them into the oven. And now we're just gonna ice them. And there's no right or wrong way to icing them. Just do whatever your heart's desire. I don't like my cinnamon rolls smothered and slathered in icing. That's just a personal preference, but everybody's different. Some people love a lot, some people love a little. This is so good. Wow.